Hello. How are we? Welcome. Did you see that Dr. Ken Berry answered my question about dog eating and it was okay with eating dog? Yeah, didn't you say that you got banned or something? I think you said that last time, no? Hello, Leon. Hello, The Real Thing. Hello, Mike. Hi, playing FC 24? What is that? What is that, Ulf? Seems I'm home just in time. Yo, Omar. Yeah, I remember you saying. Let's get into this. I want to see Natalie Fulton's brutally honest thoughts on Christspiracy. Let's watch.
Kip Anderson just released a new documentary, Christspiracy, and today we're talking all about it. We're going to discuss whether it's
FIFA. Okay.
believable, if it makes me want to become a Christian, if it was worth the $20 I paid to see it, and most importantly, if this time Kip has finally gone too far. We'll start with a brief summary and then get into my thoughts, but first a little bit about my background and why I'm glad that this movie exists. Earlier today, I had coffee with a British vegan, and I told her I was planning on seeing Christspiracy, and she said that she was confused as to why they made this documentary in the first place. She could not understand why it would possibly matter what Jesus did when we're thinking about how we live our lives. I told her that she doesn't understand America. Christianity is so important to the
rampant
United States, especially in the South where I've spent most of my life. That's why I loved the beginning of Christspiracy, where we're introduced to Cameron, a gospel musician who's having a crisis of faith because he's struggling to understand how you can eat animals in a spiritual way. This documentary centers around that question: is there a spiritual way to kill an animal?
Yo, friendo.
Would Jesus kill an animal? Kip and Cameron go on a religious quest to find the answer, and they take us not just through Christianity, but into Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam, Judaism, and more.
Mike the Vegan made a video about Ken Berry. Ah.
Hey, it's Mike here, and
Whoa, Jesus, that was loud.
today vegans are...
God, the mic level, Jesus. Okay, we'll watch that next.
They explored how different religions view animal sacrifice, they interviewed Southern evangelicals, and went literally all over the world. There's a long discussion on carnism, speciesism, and they go deeper into Jesus' life, Christianity, and what exactly happened at the Temple of Din. Temple of Din? Din?
Yo, boss man. Yo, San Elma. It's Earth Hour right now. Earth Hour? What? Damn, Ulf, thank you for the knock. Thank you very much. Let me smash heart on that. Thank you, I really appreciate that. Can we get some salads in the chat? Are we in for a long boy or a short boy? I guess it depends on how lit it is. There's not many people who've come already, so it might be a quiet one today, so perhaps not. I was thinking of a long boy, but obviously depends on how many people show up. Salad. Damn, thank you so much. Is it not international? It might be, I'm just not aware of it. What do you do on Earth Hour? WWF? Earth Hour is a worldwide movement organized by the WWF. The event is held annually, encouraging individuals, communities, and businesses to give an hour for Earth. Switching off non-essential electric lights for 1 hour. Well, I'm quite good at that anyway. If I don't need to use something, it is off. It is off. Damn. Is this stream considered essential? Do I have to shut down the stream so I can turn off the lights? Am I defying the Earth Hour? Hello, Jamie. Thank you, Ulf. Hell yeah.
The temple where Jesus flipped over the tables and freaked out. Now we're gonna get into the spoilers, so if you don't want that, then don't...
Oh, spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! I'm fine with spoilers. I like spoilers, to be fair.
Watch this. Eventually, Kip and Cameron find out that Jesus of Nazareth was a misnomer, because Nazareth wasn't actually a place, it was a group of people, the Nazarenes. And they were known for being against animal slaughter and being vegetarian. The other big reveal was that there was a mistranslation with the Den of Thieves. We've all heard that Jesus was mad about the exchange of money at the temple, but Kip found that there was a mistranslation. The word shouldn't have been thieves, it should have been violent one or murderer. Basically, Jesus wasn't upset about money changing hands, he was upset about the mass slaughter of animals. They go to the temple in Jerusalem and find that there was a mass drainage system, which is where the blood would flow from the animal sacrifice into the river. The film ends with a discussion on spirituality and how vegans have bigger compassion centers in our brains, and basically makes the case that compassion is good.
Is it a mistranslation? Imagine if it actually is. What the hell?
And all that. Now let's get into my analysis. I did not expect to have such an intense emotional reaction to this documentary. Cowspiracy and Seaspiracy were easy to watch, but this one was a lot. I'm not sure if it's because I've been in a
Seaspiracy, I didn't find that very easy to watch, I must say. I can't remember Cowspiracy.
vegan bubble lately, but some of the things meat eaters were saying really got to me. There's a scene where they interview Buddhist monks, and the first tenet of Buddhism is to not harm sentient individuals. The monks all agree with it and say it's such an important principle and that they would never harm anyone, including animals, which made me think that they're all vegan, or at least vegetarian. But then they go on to say that
yeah, right, that'd be too good to be true.
they can eat meat because they're not the ones killing the animal. I felt frustrated.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
By the ways they justified their animal consumption. It seems pretty obvious to me that if you pay someone to slaughter an animal, then you should bear at least some, if not all, of that responsibility. Then there were all these—
Unless you are gonna commit to an idea that, like, someone who pays a hitman is not responsible, then that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
evangelicals laughing at vegetarians and saying that eating meat is totally fine and there's no doubt about it in the scripture, even though there clearly is. In the beginning of the documentary, Kip does a little intro where he says that there is some footage of animal cruelty, but no footage of animals actually being killed. I thought nothing of this. I've been to slaughterhouses, I've seen Dominions, so I thought that this would not be hard to watch. I was wrong. This footage actually really got to me. While there were no animals killed, there were animals in terrible condition, a lot of animals crying, and there was one scene where there was this mass slaughter of cows, and there was this field afterward, and there were just hundreds of dead bodies.
I'm a lesbian.
Ian_the_pig the lad tipped £5. If you're up for it, here is a sad video about one of my fellow activists fighting an impossible battle.
Let's see. Thank you so much, Ear the Pig. Do I need captions? Oh. Matty is an artist and animal rights activist from the Netherlands who is terminally ill. Jesus. Okay. This might be upsetting, but let's see, shall we? Thank you. Thank you.
Like a lot of people, I was a vegetarian through all my life since childhood, thinking I was doing okay and good. By coincidence, I stumbled upon the
terminally ill and still doing activism, like Jesus.
YouTube speech from Gary Yourofsky. My partner and I did go vegan immediately. That was May 2017. Sometime later, I joined AV.
Or leather or, lab testing. We show everything we do with animals. Is it safe to say that you are against animal abuse?
Yes.
Dierkwelerij, animal abuse. Do you think it's okay?
No.
No,
because
eh?
there are like prison highs. They are creator. They have feeling.
Yeah, just like us.
They are not like objects.
No.
The fact that they have conscience.
Yeah.
Has
Conscious,
they have
yes.
their own intelligence.
Yeah.
And their own language. And not because they don't speak like us, that means that they are not like.
My activist attitude to life has focused for almost 6 years on the absurd and unbearable suffering of animals.
Postmortem's live streaming arguing with Akani. I guess we'll look right now because I didn't even know they were live. Hang on. Sorry, I will watch this.
No, that's not why I'm vegan. That was, you asked me something else. You asked me if it's okay for a lion to kill a gazelle, and I told you, no, that's not okay. But that's not why I'm vegan. Why am I vegan? I told you this. Please,
Sorry, Ian the pig.
You said because it would work better to feed the whole world?
No, I was talking, I said that as well, right? But I said also about the animals. The animals are sentient, and we should, and we should not kill them for food. That's what I said. That's why I'm vegan. Because on the vegan diet, today, as it stands today, when farmers, most farmers that grow my food aren't vegan, and I feel they feel that it's totally okay to kill animals anyways, right? So animals are killed for my food as well. It's much, hold on, can I finish? It's much less than the accumulation of omnivore and carnivore dieting. Yeah, it is.
It's really
I mean,
quiet.
I'm not talking about your specific meme diet. When I say my diet, I'm not talking about my diet. I'm talking about the vegan diet. The vegan diet kills less animals and has the potential to feed the entire world population of humans, whereas the omnivore diet kills the most amount of animals, and the carnivore diet is a meme diet that can't feed the population of the world. That's why I'm vegan. If there were like 1,000 people on Earth, I might be, you know, and I wouldn't give a shit about animals, right? I might be a carnivore. I would be killing less people. But you can't feed the full population on that. So you, a fucking selfish piece of shit, can go on and eat your fucking diet.
I think it just
He's so quiet.
everyone has to be on the same diet that can be fed to the whole population.
Excuse me?
Like, do you think everyone has to be on
Do you think everyone has to be on the
Well,
same
I don't
diet?
I don't really give a shit about the diet.
the whole population?
Yeah, the diet is just a means to an end. The end, excuse me, the diet is just a means to an end. I don't give a shit about your personal diet, right? What I care about is minimizing and at the end eliminating the amount, animals dying for our food. And that is most possible on a vegan diet. Me, personally, right now,
Said that there will be less death
You just said there'd be less deaths.
carnivore diet.
yeah, but you can't feed the world population. You need to kill 2/3 of the world's human population for that. You can't extrapolate it on the world, mate.
It depends where you live.
No, you can't extrapolate it on the world. You need to clear.
I don't know about you, but I mostly eat food that is
I don't give a shit about you. I'm talking about the world population. I don't give a shit about your fucking personal diet. Your meme diet of a 0.001% can eat like you. Only 0.01% can eat like you.
I'm sure in the desert it would be hard to grow monocrops, and I'm
Sweetie, I'm not even talking about the fucking desert. I'm talking about extrapolating your meme diet on the world population will demand us to kill 2/3 of human beings and clear the rest of the land to grow grass to feed the animals.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, your meme diet leads, if extrapolated to the world population, leads us to killing 2/3 of humans. How crazy is that?
You think because my diet is
Why is he so quiet?
Nobody can eat that diet.
Yeah, because your diet comes at the detriment of other people's diets. The land, the 2 acres of land, do you know how much, excuse me, the 2 acres of land that your cow grows on, do you know how many, excuse me, I'm talking. The 2 acres of land that needed to grow your cow, by the way, the cow needs to grow for 2 years to extract the most amount of meat. Right, so you specifically need 4 acres of land just to feed you, right? Do you know how many crops can be grown on that shit? To feed Africa. Holy fuck. Your mean diet is responsible.
And a lot of land cannot be used for your crops.
It doesn't matter, because if everybody, we're going in circles. Hey, this, no, because if everybody goes vegan, yeah, you need to kill 2/3 of the population for that. Because if everybody goes, yeah, you can be one of the only ones, 0.01% who eats like this, and the rest people starve. That's what it is. Because when you extrapolate your diet on the world population, you need 3 Earths, or only 1/3 of a human population, and to clear everything else to turn it into grass. Everything else. I'm talking about cities as well. Everything that isn't water. To extrapolate my diet, you can reduce the agricultural land that we have right now to fucking quarter. We are growing all the crops right now to feed the entire world population. We are growing them, but we're feeding them to fucking cows. That's what's happening right now. So my diet extrapolated, not only is it gonna feed the entire world population enough protein and fat and all that shit, and B12 we can create in a fucking lab that takes, it's the most fucking efficient thing to grow a B12 in a fucking lab.
I need my
right?
supplement today.
We can feed the entire world population and take care of their nutrition. Right? And we reduce the agricultural land by 75%. Do you know how much stuff we can build on that 75%? We don't need for all the fucking land to be able to grow crops. We already do it. We grow enough crops for everybody to eat. Yeah, yeah. So your diet is a meme diet that is a detriment to fucking human race. And my diet can fucking save the human race.
So you're saying because we have enough crops, everyone needs to eat of those crops. Okay.
Yes, because it saves the fucking world.
What if some people like meat and like eating?
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit.
Low.
Also,
Yeah.
I don't have a naturalistic fallacy running in my fucking head. So lab-grown meat is something that I support. As long as it doesn't, animal rights and all the shit, as long as it doesn't kill the fucking animals, right? And we're talking about lab meat, but you're gonna be against it, aren't you? Because it's not fucking natural. So every fucking solution that can feed the fucking world, you are against. You are an antisocial piece of shit. That's what happens. Carrie, I appreciate you.
Okay with it. If it was exactly the same as the natural meat, I would be okay with it. But there is no way on health grid we can...
Excuse me, are you a biologist? Are you a biologist? Are you a biologist?
Well, it doesn't...
Then how the fuck do you know it's the same fucking cells, only grown in a fucking lab and not grown in a fucking animal? It's not fucking cancer cells. What is cancer? Please tell me what is a histological definition of a cancer. You don't even fucking know. You don't know what you're talking about. You just read some fucking meme that some carnivore dieter told you. Please go away. Please go away and do some research. I'm gonna step off. That's what I'm doing. I'm kicking you off. Please, excuse me.
It uses at least 10 times as much energy.
No, it fucking won't. No, it fucking won't. A cow on a grass-fed diet needs to grow for 2 fucking years. Growing a fucking steak takes about 2 days. It's not gonna use the same fucking energy.
So why is not everyone eating
It's not available yet, and because people like you, because people who fill their fucking minds with stupid bullshit. That's why the fucking countries that eat your meme diets are fucking saying that lab-grown meat is not gonna be whatever. They're outlawing that shit. It's because of people like you. By the way, crop deaths are because of people like you. You thought if the entire world population was vegan, there were crop deaths? Fuck no. Fuck no, we would take care of that shit. The way we are growing the lab-grown meat, that's vegans. Vegans are doing that shit.
There is a crop here, there. Just the fact that there is a crop there, animals die.
No, that's what happens right now. I'm telling you about what it has the potential to do.
What about pesticides, you know?
We don't need all that shit. All that monocropping is driven by the animal agriculture. We don't need to do all that shit. Pesticides is because we're growing monocrops. We're growing the same crop for miles and miles and miles. All that shit happens because of the animal agriculture. We don't need that. All we need is like a quarter of land that is used right now.
Yeah,
and you
we
can
get the
grow
blame.
all kinds of crops all together. We don't need pesticides for that. Excuse me?
What would you do about animals that come where you grow your...
Excuse me? I don't understand what's the question.
Would you take them and, you know, put them away?
What the fuck are you asking?
But if you don't use pesticides or anything like that,
Yeah.
of course there are going to be insects and other things coming.
Yeah, we can solve that shit. We can solve that shit. We know how to grow crops in fucking buildings right now. We just can't do it because the demand for crops is too big and it's driven by animal agriculture.
So you think we can...
I don't think, I know we have the solutions.
The size of...
We don't need one fucking building because I'm not stupid. We can have several buildings and several stories of it. It's a thing. It's an actual thing. We know how to do this. We just can't do this because...
I don't think there's enough materials to do that really...
This
Excuse
guy's
me?
a clown.
There's not enough materials to do it.
Like,
What the fuck do you think farms are made of? Let's just clear the fucking cows from those farms. We stop breeding them, right? So we stop needing to, like, I don't know, it's like, I think 60% of land is filled by cows, 60% of agricultural land. Those cows don't just live outside, they have buildings, they live in buildings. You just stop breeding cows to put in those buildings, and you just put crops in there. And then you defend your fucking crops by fucking, you know, like plastic walls, and that's it. And you have crops to feed the entire world's population. Whereas your meme diet, all you can say is how you eat.
I just think you live in a fantasy.
Excellent. I know that you live in a fantasy because everything you're saying goes against the scientific consensus.
Sorry, his
Everything.
level is too low to
Yes.
bring up.
Yes. What is the norm? Excuse me. Excuse me.
I'm not even talking about the science.
Yeah, but I'm just very familiar with your diet. So how about this? I'm gonna click off. How about this? You go, you do blood work, especially lipids. You can do fasting glucose. You can do your B12 status, might as well. I think my B12 status is better than yours, but we need proof. And you come back. You do blood work, and we can compare blood works. How about that? But I'm gonna click off either way. You can say yes or no, whatever.
No.
I'm not gonna continue talking, so if you start any new thing, please don't. Just say yes or no. Are you gonna go, excuse me, do blood work and then come back?
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for coming, Hades. I appreciate it. Please stop talking stupid shit. Bye.
No, they're not muted. That's
Okay.
just their level.
Well, there you go. This carnivore dieter actually made me closer to death because I think my blood pressure, which is usually low, so I can afford it, is a little higher.
That's funny.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna just you know, click off. Let's go to Vegan Gaze or to Foolproof Mastery. Both of them are
Foolproof Mastery
live,
streaming as
so
well.
Thank you for coming. See you next time.
Oh my god. Post-mortem. Oh, you can see that stream. Oh my god. That was funny as fuck. I just wish their levels were like higher so we could have heard the bullshit. Oh, that was a smashing. I want Postmortem to come in here. That was a logic lesson. That was rough. She was like, "You're a selfish piece of shit." Oh my god, Postmortem. Do you want to come in and talk about that? do you want to Google me? That was fucking funny. Yeah, I was streaming it. I had no idea you were live. And then someone was like, can we help Postmortem? And I was like, what? Come on for a minute. Hang on. I'll throw you a link. Let's, let me, of course the camera's failed. No, I just want Google Meet. What are you doing? That's fine. Okay. Oh, you just sent me a meet? Okay, cool.
Wait, hold on. I need to close my OBS so that you can see me or something.
You wanna come in? Oh, have you got the stream still going?
Oh, shit. Yeah. There you go. I memed. Yeah, memed. I memed it. I muted it.
You memed it, the whole thing.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay. Oh, that was hilarious. My hand hurts from typing that much.
Well, the thing is not coming through the.
That's fine. Don't
the
need
camera.
to.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I just I joined halfway, and how did this person find you, or how did you find them?
Oh, they just came into my chat and started. At first, I thought I was sarcastic. Started claiming that I need some fat and protein for my brain to work. Because I'm trying, my streams on Saturdays are about formal logic, and I'm incredibly daft, so it's really hard for me to understand. So I was sitting there struggling, thinking about formal logic and how to formalize something, right, in the exercises that we have there.
Mm-hmm.
And this person comes in and says, "Oh, you just need fat and protein for your brain." I was like, "Hades, are you trolling me? Are you sarcastic?" And I said, "No, I'm not sarcastic. I'm completely serious." Wow. The exchange ensued, and yeah. Well,
Oh my god! So they were saying that everyone should be on a carnivore diet.
no, they were claiming that people who don't eat meat, the usual vitamins and minerals that we don't get because we are on a vegan diet. So first, I was showing into the camera my supplements that do have those nutrients in them. And therefore, I'm not fucking deficient. But then I don't know what happened. And then they came in and we started talking.
That was hilarious. Why were their levels so low? Were they lacking B12 or something? They couldn't hear them hardly. I don't know how you heard them.
No, I heard them fine, and I think people on my stream heard it fine as well. I mean, I started the stream with some troubles with my volume, but
We love technical difficulties.
yeah, as usual. It's expected on my channel at this point. Like when there are no technical difficulties, people just leave.
I'm so shocked that you found someone saying that bollocks, because I feel like I've run out of people to talk to. They don't like show up anymore. Then I saw you were crushing someone live. I was like, oh my god, they found someone and they are just giving them a little lesson. Yeah, you know the 3 planets thing? Because I've
Yeah.
heard it could be 4. Where have you seen that?
I think it's 2.5, and I did see the paper, but as usual, I just didn't keep it. But if I find it again, I will send it to you. There is a scientific paper about it.
Okay, yeah, no, because
Yeah.
I've heard even 4 is a
Yeah.
possibility.
I even counted it myself, right? I said, okay, so each cow needs 2 acres of land to be grass-fed, grass-finished, or whatever. Well, how many acres of dry land do we have on Earth? You count that shit, and you need 2 cows per human to grow, so 4 acres per human, and you times that by 8 billion people, and you come up with ridiculous shit. Like, you know, clearing the entire populations of land, just taking simpliciter the dry land. You need like 2 Earths. And then if you consider that there are like people actually live on that land, there is other shit there. You get to a crazy amount of Earth that you need to feed the population, human population, on this meme diet. Or you just kill 2/3 of people. And there, problem solved.
Wait, like when we say dry land, are we talking about land that's even arable, or is that like just generally dry land?
No, I think the people, the scientific people who did it, I think they counted the amount. I'm not sure. I can't actually
Like
remember.
deserts, like yeah, desert land, like mountains, like or places where like where the grass becomes mush, like, and they have
Oh,
to be inside, you know, during the periods where it's snowing or something. Like, what about that?
well, I think that's how I counted. I think I just counted, just took the dry land, simplicity, and even that is not enough to feed the world human population. But if you actually like think, okay, there are cities, there are deserts, there's a fucking the North and the South Pole, nothing fucking grows there, right? And 70% of Earth's land is covered by water.
And that's
Unless you figure
increasing.
out how to grow cows on fucking water.
And what a miserable diet as well. Like, that's taking into account
Oh.
just cows. So you just want to eat cow, nothing but their bodies. Like, and we're the restrictive, miserable ones.
Yeah, and this person wasn't, right? They were talking about, in the beginning, they were talking that they eat fish and they eat lamb. Fish these days, right? If they're not wild caught, they're fed exclusively crops, aren't they?
Yeah,
Crops and algae or whatever.
or they're fed more fish, like in a like
Oh, fuck.
insufficient like rate. They're like fed like a mush that's made of like 2.5 times the number of fish that like you get out. Something ridiculous. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, that's double the trophic level. That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a really good idea. Oh my god. Okay, I thought I'd just let you vent, you know, because you were
Thank you.
getting reasonably pissed off at this absolute clown.
By the way, I don't know where that myth came from, that I'm like have a calm demeanor. Not. This is how I talk.
Yeah, no, I'm afraid postmortem is raging. Yeah, no, not calm. Okay, I feel that though. I would you say I have a calm demeanor?
No. I mean, you're more articulate than me, right?
Oh,
I just
that's not
started-
true. I'm afraid that's not true. That's sorry. We're gonna have a disagreement there.
That's fine. We're both fine. It's
Yeah,
okay.
we're fine.
We
It's
are
okay.
who we are.
And breathe.
Yeah. I mean, like, for real, my blood pressure is a bit high right now. I'm not gonna lie.
I loved how you called him a selfish piece of shit.
He is. I'm calling it how I'm saying it. Although the problem is that I keep telling people in my chat not to call people names, and I keep breaking that rule. Why? What's wrong with me?
See, that's the thing. Our difference is I'm just more passive aggressive than you are, so I can call someone a selfish piece of shit without saying it.
Yeah, I should learn that skill. I think
It's
it
a
would
good
go
skill.
better.
It's really good for you, okay? To be passive aggressive. It will make you very favorable among your people.
I mean, the first person I ever called a selfish piece of shit or a piece of shit altogether was Conan Barbarian, I think,
yeah, he definitely is one of those people. Like, I
Yeah.
think I called him that as well. Not selfish piece of shit. I just said there's something wrong with him.
You see, I should learn that. I should, when my brain says selfish piece of shit, I should rephrase it somehow.
You should put it through like a little filter. That's like, I don't know how I do it. It's just I'm like conflict avoidant, which is weird in this space. So it's led to passive aggression, you know?
You know what I should do? I should open ChatGPT, and in the middle of the conversation, I should go, Yura, hold on, go to
Hold on.
ChatGPT. I don't want to call this person piece of shit. What can I call them instead?
Yeah, and have them ready in your what's the word I'm looking for? Like your oh fuck, there's a word. But basically you have them you'll have them in your arsenal. You'll have them ready. And you can just fire them off. Is your blood pressure a bit better now?
No, not yet. I also think I need to eat something.
Okay. Was there any final comments on the thing, and then I'll leave you to eat? But I just thought I'd let you know how funny I found it.
Yeah, my final comment is, if you eat a carnivore diet, that is basically a suicidal position, because you either need to delete 2/3 of the population, or starve yourself eating about, I don't know, 500 to 700 calories. I'm just throwing a number. In order to feed the entire population. And if you're a carnivore and that's what you specifically eat, I don't give a shit about you. I care about everybody. That's what not a selfish person looks like, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you can extrapolate your proposed diet or lifestyle on other people as well, then it's survivable. If not, it's a suicidal position.
And you're a selfish piece of shit.
And you're a selfish piece of shit, and fuck you. There you go. Sorry for all the F-bombs.
Thank you, postmortem.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you, bye. Oh, God. Oh, man, I'm keeping this one public. Oh, it's funny as fuck. Okay, now we're going back to the more... Like, I cannot believe that this person is... Have I got this right, Ian the Pig? That she's terminally ill and she's advocating. She's out there outreaching. Damn.
The horrible fate of animals in our society has motivated me to the core to take to the streets and stand up for animal rights. No excuse can stand up to the horror and hell that carnists and non-vegans are responsible for.
Based.
Also the kind and so-called reasonable people who think that with small adjustments in their habits, step by step at a time, must be confronted with the all-destroying ruthlessness of their reason, of their logic and their actions.
Thank you, Michael, for putting this in the chat. Yeah, that's the link. I'm already subscribed to them. Channel with Matty on. Yeah.
Everybody is teaching you that this is normal and you're disconnected with the animal. But if you think of the animal in this position, and this is our mother cows, you know, they are mothers. They kill them because they don't produce milk anymore, not enough, you know. So it's the same with all animals.
Not only I am active on the street, but also during other occasions, cooking dinners for family and friends. The burden they think they experience by my questions is nothing compared to the suffering of animals for which they are responsible. In addition to my active art practice, I have found my destiny in the fight for animal rights. Almost everything in my life is designed for that purpose. I couldn't have used my life breath better.
What a queen.
So I started to reducing and eating fish, and it will go slow and slow until that I get used to not meat.
But is it harder for you or is it harder for the animals?
Naturally, it's harder.
Yeah. So you have, if you imagine yourself in their position, then you just stop. You understand? This is the same with racism and sexism and speciesism. It's an injustice. So when it is an injustice, you say, I stop. I don't want to be a racist. I don't want to be a speciesist. You understand? So you just stop.
Save us from cynicism and grant us the disruptive power of animal rights activists who escape oppressive humanism and radically strive for extreme mercy, healing, and sharing the earth with all others. I feel deep affection and gratitude for everyone who, in any way, everywhere, stands up for the innocent animals, our fellow creatures.
But you know what I find very, very cruel? It's like they raise this animal, they give them food, they feed them, they like take care of them, and those animals think that the farmer are like a god for them because they are the provider. And they will never think that it will come a day where they will slacht them.
So it's betrayal.
It's betrayal.
They are innocent. So the farmers are really abusers. Yes. They kill. Yeah. They're so innocent.
We are monsters.
My conviction is unbroken during this period of serious illness. Conversations with doctors, surgeons, nurses, and other visitors to my bedside always result in an advocacy for animals and the promotion of veganism. I've could extended my life for a period of time, but I've refused certain medications and chemo treatments because they have been tested on animals. I find that unacceptable. I do not wish that my possible short improvement comes at the cost of the lives of countless innocent animals. Firm in my conviction, the treating doctors and physicians never made this a problem.
If you are a vegan, then you can do your best to just harm as less as possible. That's it.
The thing is like, I don't know how we could involve the people to be more conscious about what's happening to animals. Because people really
I do my best. I do my best every weekend. I do this and just educate people.
And it works?
Yeah, it works. People like you? Yeah, of course. I just talked with a little girl, like 13 years old, from America, and she wanted to be a vegan. So I explained everything, what they do, and she said, I'm going vegan. So a lot of people have a heart, and then just go. Because this is horrible. This is,
I know, it's horrible.
Damn, just always there.
Due to my serious illness, I will not live much longer.
Oh my god.
I am happy with the contribution I was able to make to our animal rights movement, AV. I wish you all the best, lots of loves, and thank you for all your support. Matti.
Oh, that was a heavy one. Jesus Christ. Here's the link. I'm going to put on a Be Right Back screen and we will continue. Thank you, Ian the Pig, for your tip. I'm sorry that that's one of your fellow activists struggling with that. That must be difficult to witness as well. But be right back. Yeah. Okay, let's proceed, shall we? Sorry for all the panic. Just needed a second. Let's carry on with this Christspiracy.
It looked like a battlefield of dead soldiers, but instead of soldiers, it was cows. It was really awful. Another heart-wrenching scene was this kid who went hunting with his grandfather for the first time. He shoots a deer and his grandfather congratulates him, but the kid's talking about how he just felt really sad. He says that he kind of wished that he hadn't done it, but he knows that it's a tradition and he doesn't want to upset his grandfather. Seeing that deer just killed by a kid for no reason, just because an adult wanted to teach him how to be violent, just really drove home how horrible our society is toward animals, and it just really upsets me sometimes. There were scenes of kids finding out that they were eating animals and saying that they didn't want to do it. Of course, their parents talked them into it and said it was fine, and all the excuses came out, animals eat other animals and whatnot, but the movie really drives home that this is societal conditioning. One of the highlights of this movie for me was their explanation of speciesism and carnism. I think if I were a meat eater watching this, I probably wouldn't have been persuaded by any of the religious arguments, even if I was religious, but the discussion on speciesism might have gotten to me. Melanie Joy is there, and it's essentially Carnism 101, but it's just explained really well. They talk about dogs versus cows and how all animals feel pain and suffer, and this may be a minor detail, but I think it's an important one. They get a Holocaust survivor to make the Holocaust comparison, and they get a black guy to make the slave comparison, which makes these comparisons go over way better. That's why when you watch my videos, I usually compare animal rights to women's rights. Messengers matter. The section on India was also a highlight. Although people in India claim to worship cows,
yeah, I talk a lot about like LGBTQI like rights because, you know, I'm part of that group, so it means like it causes a lot. Like, people want to be like, oh my god, you can't make that comparison. But then as soon as you're, like, part of that group, it's like, hang on. Then they don't really have as much to say.
They're also the largest exporter of beef. Kip and Cam follow this truck that's smuggling cows across the border, and of course they report it to the local authorities, but the local authorities are in on it, so they don't do anything, of course. Halfway through this movie, I felt really hopeless. Like, this problem is just too big, and that there's not really anything we can do about it, and that everyone's in on it. You know, the corporations, the governments, and now the church. Sometimes I just feel like we're never going to win. A huge metric by which I judge documentaries is their ability to manipulate my emotions, and Christspiracy does this very well. But what about all the Jesus stuff? Is it actually believable? Somewhat. I can definitely see how they got to certain conclusions, but honestly, some of the way it was presented went a bit fast. And it seems like they may have been trying to move quickly so you didn't have time to process it and were more likely to buy into their narrative. Am I going to become Christian? Probably not. Maybe if there was rock solid evidence that Jesus was vegan, and also if you didn't have to believe some of the stuff that you have to believe in order to be Christian, then I'd be open to it. I'm definitely open to having some sort of religious experience, but I haven't gotten there yet. As far as if this documentary went too far, I actually think that it did. They presented things in a way that made them seem totally unambiguous. But there's actually a lot of room for interpretation. For example, they said John the Baptist was definitely a vegetarian, but most scholars agree that he ate locusts. As far as Nazareth not being a place, that also seemed unbelievable to me. I guess there's a chance that Wikipedia could be wrong, but the research I did afterwards suggested that it was a real place before Jesus existed. Einstein also wasn't vegetarian until a couple years before the end of his life. There are many instances of him eating meat. And I know I'm nitpicking here, but when you're trying to be persuasive, details like this matter. There's a scene
people will cling on to that
where they're driving through India, and it's obvious that they were driving at a normal speed, but they sped up the footage and added sound effects to make it seem like a high-speed car chase. Now, I know this was probably done to keep it more entertaining and exciting, but it felt a little dishonest to me. Another issue is that they make some of these claims as if they're groundbreaking or original, but some Christians have been making the case for ethical vegetarianism for centuries, using a lot of these same arguments. I also have a hard time believing it was some sort of cover-up or conspiracy. I think it's more likely that there were probably a few vegetarians, and most people ignored them because people don't care about animals, just like they don't today. The last section didn't work for me either because they were implying that Spirituality is veganism, and veganisms are more spiritually pure. I want to make it clear that I am just as morally bankrupt as ever, and becoming vegan has not changed that. I'm not a hippie, and I don't want vegans to be portrayed that way. All that being said, I absolutely loved this documentary. It held my attention the entire time, the story was super compelling, and the interviews were really good. It was better than Cowspiracy, Seaspiracy, and I don't think I've seen What the Health, but it was probably better than that too. It was definitely worth the money, and you should see it as soon as you can. Earlier I mentioned that I felt really hopeless halfway through the film, but by the end I felt kind of okay. I feel like we can create a better future for animals, and if you're a Christian watching this, then seeing this documentary might be your first step. Thanks for watching today. If you like this, hit that like button. If you want to check out my free vegan outreach starter guide.
Hell yeah, smashing like. It's in the chat. Check it out. Go smash like. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, I haven't seen this. I've never lost my cool quite like this before. Let's see.
You're a sick person. That's pretty horrible. You are a scumbag, aren't you? Deep down, you are a scumbag. Horrible animal abuser, that's what it makes you. How do you sleep at night? That is embarrassing. I don't want to hurt you.
Are we going down into the gas?
We're gonna get caught.
This was your favourite of the week?
Industry torture pigs in gas chambers, they're scum.
We're from Spain.
You're from Spain? Yeah, they do it in Spain too. Gas chamber in Spain, all in Europe. The meat industry torture animals
Joey learned from you, just so you know.
and lie to you. Are you looking it up, man?
No.
I thought you were looking up UK pork industry gas chamber.
I do like meat.
Yeah, do you? Yeah. Do you know about, do you eat pork? Do you eat pigs?
Yeah.
Bacon, sausage?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a gas chamber. They get tortured in there. CO2 gas.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You don't care?
The world is cruel.
Yeah. So why would you donate to people who torture animals?
They don't torture them. That's not their intention.
Oh, no. It's very clear. Do you know much about CO2 gas?
Yeah, well...
It's torture.
It's also food. How are we supposed to survive?
You think torturing animals is okay for food?
What, do you think us starving?
Yeah, okay.
Do you think you need to eat animals to not starve?
Survive, definitely.
Oh, well, how come I'm not dead?
Because you probably eat plants and beans.
So you said I need to eat meat?
You don't
or I will not die. So do you need to?
You don't need to. We've changed very quickly.
Do you need to?
You need nutrition, yeah. You need
you're saying I'm not... don't have any nutrition? Been vegan 10 years.
No, I'm not saying you don't have nutrition.
So you're saying we have to torture pigs or we will die of starvation? Is that your claim here today? Is that how you're justifying this horrific, disgusting torture?
Calories. We need calories.
Okay, and from where?
Food.
From pigs, from tortured pigs you need calories?
Food, yeah.
Yeah, so you can eat plant foods, can't you?
Can eat plant food.
Before you said you need
I've
to
got
eat...
vegan ham in my fridge that I'm going to devour after this. Don't even need pigs for ham.
These animals and torture them in order to survive, which is a lie. I mean, it's you trying to justify horrible, horrifying torture. That's what it is. And that makes you a horrible... That makes you a horrible...
Hello, Tofu Fabian.
Horrible animal abuser. That's what it makes you.
We need to sustain
You're a
ourselves.
horrible animal abuser if you think that's okay for bacon.
Ourselves.
Do you need bacon sandwich?
Do you need to sustain yourself?
Yeah, and I do. I do. I could outrun you right now. I could outrun you right now.
Vegan ham. You can get the squeaky bean vegan ham, or there's Levi vegan ham. Levi one it smells more like ham than ham does. It's really weird. I've been stinking out the house with it, but it's for 100 grams you get like 19 grams of protein. It's really good shit. I have the same ham. I'm obsessed with it now because of you. It's a really good protein source.
Vegan 10 years.
Let's do it.
Yeah. We could have a boxing match right here. Let's have a boxing match right here. A legal boxing match.
I don't want to hurt you.
No, yeah. No, but look, these animals are being took. That would be consensual, right? That would be consensual between this here is not consensual. This is them being tortured against their will for a flavour, not for survival, like you're saying. If someone's attacking you, right, and you have to kill them out of survival, I understand. I get it. But they're innocent beings being tortured for a bacon sandwich. Like, where's your humanity and your empathy?
No, corn is not as high in protein, as to my understanding. It's not got very much. I'm looking for the protein. I'm trying to make those gains, you know? I'm trying to make those gains.
your compassion for these beings. They can't do anything. And you're being dismissive and like disconnected and just like, well, f it, that has to happen. It doesn't have to happen.
Well, something has to happen.
If they're torturing humans in gas chambers, you would probably say, I'm not going to donate my money to them to begin with.
And that's different though, isn't it?
Well, they're both feeling beings.
Yeah, but we're not torturing pigs to torture them.
But they are being tortured. It's a prerequisite.
We're torturing them.
It's a requirement.
For ourselves.
What? What? That's fine. If you do it for yourself, that's fine. Hey, Matthew. There are vegan nutritional drinks for those who need them these days. Dietitian gave me a couple a few months back when my weight dropped to pretty borderline level. Really? Jesus, I didn't know there were vegan ones.
So say that again, man. I just want be clear.
It's not the same purpose.
So you're torturing to eat them. Is that okay? So if I torture you to eat you, then it's okay?
Exactly.
If I torture you to eat you, that's okay.
But we're not it's not torture, is it?
Yeah.
It's not torture.
You are a scumbag, aren't you? Deep down, you are a scumbag.
Eating, you know,
Deep down, you are a scumbag. You think torturing to eat someone is okay?
And especially if it's done in a humane way.
You have no soul.
If it's quick, right?
I just told you they're being tortured.
They're not being tortured though.
Said I'm a lesbian.
Piggy Bank the lad tipped £1. Here, take my last dollar.
Oh, not your last dollar. You can't be giving your last dollar to me. Okay? How do I give that back to you? Thank you, Piggy Bank. Ian is happy, and so is Ian's hat. Yeah, Huel is really good. Can we get some salads in the chat for Piggy Bank? Thank you so much. Thank you to anyone who tips during these streams. I do appreciate it very much. Thank you very much.
And you also...
They're suffocating in CO2. It burns them. It forms carbonic acid in their eyes, nose,
Hi, Ulf.
lungs. You know nothing about what you're talking about. And you're saying they're not being tortured.
Okay, I know nothing about...
I exposed these gas chambers.
Yeah.
I'll stuck the cameras in them.
Right.
There's a whole documentary about this.
Okay,
but they're not being tortured.
Great. Let me ask you a question. Do you think they know that they're being put to sleep?
It doesn't matter.
How does that not matter?
A baby wouldn't know either. It's okay to kill a baby. You're sick. You're sick.
No.
You're sick, dude.
Not like that.
Bro, I'm being straight up. I'm being completely dead set honest with you. You are a sick person.
If you're killing
If they don't know, if you didn't know.
Kerry! Thank you for gifting one absolute salad membership. Oh my god, Vegan Power Lab got it.
Said I'm a lesbian.
Piggy Bank the lad tipped £1. I'm just kidding. This is my last dollar.
No! No, you had 2 left and you've just given them to me. No! Thank you, Piggy Bank. Thank you. And thank you, Kerry. Congratulations, Kip. I'm now a salad boy. You are. Is the thing gonna come through? I feel superior now somehow. That's the cult-like behavior. I know the post-mortem spent a long time trying to put together the cult series, okay? And that we established that veganism isn't a cult, but this might well be a cult. Maybe we need to do a dedicated stream on this one. On the salads. Just to check. Well, Vegan Postmortem is the expert here. Just be real with me, Postmortem. Have I accidentally created a cult? Because it was purely by accident. Purely by accident. You know? Thank you, Kerry, and thank you, Piggy Bank. I do appreciate that. Yeah, I don't understand Quorn. Yes, but not a destructive one. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, man. I'm going to have to kill the cult. Oh, man. I feel like I have enough haters, okay?
Said I'm a lesbian.
Piggy Bank the lad tipped £1. For the cult.
No. Not the cult. Oh shit. No, give it to me. I need a cult. I'm looking for one. I feel like I'm a terrible cult leader. I'm just like, please don't be mean to me. I'll cry. Yeah, do what you want. Yeah, actually, can you lead? Because I can't do this. Thank you, Piggy Bank, again. Damn. Thank you for the tips. If you'd like to tip, you can do so via this link. It's also pinned. You will join. Yeah, VPM, you should just have a cult. I'll join it. You're fine as a cult leader. We are fine. Anna! One day everyone in this chat will be great. That's how we'll know it's actually a cult. Starting cults is hard. Well, I think I just, you know, either I, you know, work harder, or I just kill it, you know. Oh yes, yes. The cults are filled with, you know, we learnt that through the cult series. That cults are filled with horrendous, horrific things. They are way worse than what, you know, things that are claimed to be cults. They are way worse. It's the best gift I got in a while. Natalie, we were just watching your video, and we're not gonna leave the stream just as you are turning up, okay?
Something.
If I shot you in the back of the head, is that okay if you didn't know? Come on, man. You look like a half-smart guy.
If you shot me in the back of the head, I would much prefer that than you coming up.
I'm a lesbian.
Ian_the_pig the lad tipped £5 for DA cult. Don't worry, it's not my money, it's from someone's wallet.
Damn it! Ian, stop spending our money. I told you this is not how it works. Wait, what is that? Oh no, I thought that said cult on it. I'm seeing cults everywhere now. I'm seeing cults everywhere. I have a badge that says Secret Society of Vegans, but I think I thought it said Cult of Vegans. Thank you, Ian the Pig, for tipping ourselves. That's not how it works. It doesn't then go to us. Ian, please, I need you to think about these things. Okay? Can we get some salads in the chat? Yeah, the formal logic lesson was completely derailed. Jesus.
To me, and
I didn't say what you would prefer. Would it be okay to do?
Much.
Would it be murder?
Yes.
Would it be murder?
More than if you just came up.
I never said.
They're not knowing. They're unknowing.
They're being tortured. They feel every second of this.
Okay. They're not even conscious. They're not like
animals are not conscious.
No.
So dogs, I can torture a dog. It's okay. They're
this
not.
Guy's dressed as somebody smart, but is having the thought process of a cucumber. Yeah. You know how much those cucumbers think?
They're not the same. They're not.
I never said if they're the same level. I said you said they're not conscious. Animals not conscious now. So
it's not compared to humans. No.
No one said compared to. I said are they conscious?
I said compared.
You said they're not conscious.
No, they're not.
Did you go to school?
God, he's all over the place. Fuck me.
Legitimate question. You go to school?
It's not the same thing.
I dropped out when I was 14, and I know more than you, and I was a gang member, and I have more empathy than you. You're an animal abuser in your heart.
You want a medal?
Yeah, you're an animal abuser. You have very sick ideas about animals, and you shouldn't be allowed to express them freely. Because it's people like you that the reason that animals are tortured, because you are scum inside your heart. You need to grow a heart first. Grow a heart first, and then open your mouth. Until then, shut your ignorant mouth. Disgusting animal abuser. Disgusting animal abuser. Justifying the torture of sentient beings. Justifying their torture. Are you proud of it? Say it proudly. What's your name? Say your full name.
Yeah, he's going hard. Jesus.
Say your full name. This man here thinks animal cruelty is completely okay and that animals are not conscious and they don't experience torture. Well, that's interesting because even the meat industry who kill the animals know that the animals experience suffering. True? Even the meat industry who make money off animals know they experience suffering, which is why they talk about welfare and free range. But you, even the evil meat industry know they are conscious. Even the evil meat industry, but you don't think they are. So you have an even worse position than the industry we're fighting against. That's pretty horrible. That's pretty horrible. Animal abuser. No soul, no heart, no compassion. Look in the mirror. How do you sleep at night? How do you sleep at night? How do you sleep at night?
Okay, how do I sleep? Can I ask you?
Yeah. I don't want to hear your disgusting views on animals.
Have a nice day.
Disgusting animal abuser. Shame on you.
Yeah, lions.
Oh, a lion! A lion! Bro, that is embarrassing. Embarrassing. So it's okay for lions to torture animals, so it's okay for you to torture animals. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. Really disgusting human.
Just no
soul.
people.
He's watching animals be tortured and he has no soul. No compassion. This is beyond the animal rights issue even. There's a torture issue. They're just torturing them. And I just had no patience for people like that anymore. Well, I can, but this particular moment, I did not. Hearing too many screams of pigs suffering in gas chambers.
Yeah, lions though, Jesus.
If you're not going to give me like an ounce of, if you're not going to give the animals an ounce of compassion, like, then what compassion does he deserve? He should be ashamed of himself for espousing such disgusting views on animals. Not even the meat industry does that. Not even the meat industry will say that animals are not conscious and they don't feel anything, which is why they have all these welfare guidelines and stuff like that. He even said it's okay to torture them if you're going to eat them, because it's not torture just for the sake of torture. It's torture for us, for a purpose, yeah, which is sick. And then I asked him if it's okay to torture a person and eat them, and he said yes. Like, if anyone had those kind of views about human beings or children, like just disgusting, heartless, cruel views, they would be shouted down in public. Probably, who knows what kind of social justice might happen to them. So, like, animals are so behind that people can just espouse disgusting views about animals without having any social repercussion. How sick. Even if this guy was talking about, like if you put up a dog meat sign right now and said you had dog meat, people would shout you down. They would be losing it at you. But this guy here can just espouse disgusting, heartless views about pigs. And he thinks it's just fine, socially acceptable. It's totally fine.
Yeah, that guy was yikes. The lion bit at the end. Jesus Christ. What else have we got? Let's see. We got quite a few videos. Oh, I wanted to see this one. Professional vegan versus amateur meat eater gets heated. Gets heated, hey? Jesus, this is a long boy.
You're a professional vegan right now. I'm an amateur meat eater. I love eggs.
I'm not asking you.
I love liver.
I'm asking you, are you against the exploitation of animals? You're describing the farm that you've been told when you're 3.
There's way more important things going on right now than if the...
You're in this video, John?
If the pig cries.
Mate, all right. Do you want to go down history or do you want to go down religion?
I'll be going down into the gas. We're gonna get caught.
I eat a lot of minced beef and a lot of liver and a lot of eggs and a lot of butter, and I'm feeling great.
Right. What about your ethics? I want to talk ethics.
Talk to me.
Right. So, what are you against animal abuse?
Depends how you define animal abuse, but
How do
overall,
you
yes.
define it?
I think animal abuse is not ideal.
No, the definition. What's the definition of abuse to you?
Being consciously cruel to an animal.
Being consciously
Blink and you'll miss you.
Being purposefully cruel to an animal.
I would define it as unnecessary mental or physical suffering. Inflicting any mental or physical suffering on another being, right?
Well, I think it's purposeful, or whether it's conscious or unconscious, it's you're letting it happen, you're doing it. You know,
right. So we agree that we're both against that.
Yes.
Right. So how are you justifying that happening to animals for your taste pleasure? If you're against it.
It's not for my taste pleasure.
What's it for?
I'd argue that animal eating animals,
here we
eating
go.
animal products has been an essential part of our development as a species. And if you look historically into the development of humans, you cannot take away meat and think that we'd be in the same place right now. Your ancestors, throughout history, ate.
We're also killing each other. Wouldn't be here if someone didn't kill somebody else. The world would look very different if they hadn't done that. Does that make it okay? Yo.
Meat, as well as other things. I'm not saying that, of course, we've had many different things on our diet, but meat has been meat, animal products, eggs, organs, everything. All of these good stuff.
Right.
Back done in the old-fashioned way, where you're hunting, and not the modern ways. Which
I understand
we
what
can
you're
comment on. But that's been an
saying.
essential part. That's been an essential part to how we have developed as a species. And if you were to take away, if you were to say, oh, we're meant to be vegan, and historically all our ancestors should have been vegan, mate, we wouldn't be here. That building wouldn't be built. We wouldn't have these clothes. We wouldn't be alive. We'd probably be dead.
Let me just
if we were all vegans, man.
Let me just respond to that, right?
Please, yeah.
So you're talking about evolution.
Yeah.
You're talking about evolution, and we've evolved, right?
Yeah.
So the key part is the continual evolution. So back in the day when we had to survive, and we had to perhaps hunt and gather to survive, is a lot different to now when you have options. All right. So the key part is to continue to evolve. Now, the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics has proven that a whole food plant-based diet is optimal for all stages of life, including pregnancy. So evolution, right? So we've continued to evolve.
Yeah.
So now we should evolve past the point of having to exploit animals when we don't need to. It's been scientifically proven that we do not need to eat animals whatsoever, or secretions from animals.
What's your opinion about, essentially, I don't think we have enough room on this earth, on this planet, to feed people with enough of what we need, plant-based. Like,
how have they come to this conclusion? Like, have they not heard of the law of thermodynamics or the trophic pyramid? Anything like that? No?
Animals provide a lot of high calorie density, high nutrition density.
Right, so
the way we're established, the way the world is established, we cannot take away meat. We will collapse.
Let me debunk that for you.
Do you know how we will
Let me
collapse
debunk that
as a
for you. I
society?
can debunk this for you really
like
quickly.
Beans. There wouldn't be enough beans, mate.
I can debunk this super fast. I can debunk this super fast. How many animals are bred, land animals are bred into existence every year?
Mate, you've got these stats, not me.
I'll tell you, it's 80 billion. How many humans are on this planet? 8 billion.
Yeah.
So we grow enough crops, we grow enough feed to feed 80 billion land animals. We then slaughter them and feed them to 8 billion humans. Wait, let me finish.
Yeah, please, yeah.
If we didn't breed 80 billion land animals into existence, we could reuse over 74% of our land that we currently use to farm animals to feed everybody.
Okay, but
I have to stress,
cool.
These are just...
The argument of vegans boils down to animal suffering, though, and animal rights, though that's pretty simple-minded foundation for the worldview, in my opinion. Okay, can you expand, Alpha? Let me know what you mean. If you want to come on, you can come on right now. Yo, Christina. How can I come on? Just email me, vegangaze@gmail.com. And I'll wait here. Okay. A fruitful day indeed.
environmental logistics, and they're not addressing the actual injustice to the individual. Because if you were the individual, you wouldn't accept this.
We've got to be practical. It's only a privileged society which can start discussing ethics and morals, which I think is important.
This is what I'm talking
to
you.
As a practical way, if you were to like, let's be vegans.
I'm talking to you.
Realize the world cannot transform like that. It's not possible.
It's
Do
not
you know
gonna.
that
It's
the
not going to just
population-
flash overnight.
The population would need to decline by a lot if we were all vegans.
No,
And
it
if you,
wouldn't.
and if you think about
That's wrong.
What on earth? How has he come to this conclusion?
Where's your proof of that?
Think about cows.
You've got no proof of that.
Look,
and you're wrong. Because your
look, what
stats
the-
are wrong. You
what
didn't
the
even know
hype-
how many animals are brought
Look,
into
mate,
existence.
Look, mate.
Your stats are
I
wrong.
haven't come into town today thinking I'm going to have a debate around meat and not meat. I haven't
Yeah,
got my
but-
stats list from
but I do.
Wikipedia.
I can tell you it.
I appreciate
I can tell you
that. And you're a prepared man because you come here for that purpose.
But I want to talk
Think
about the individuals.
Think about cows.
Think about.
Cows.
Oh, let's talk about cows.
Cows, they eat grass.
Yeah.
Loads of grass.
Yeah.
Grass-fed cows are some of the healthiest, best cows you can.
He's making the same argument that postmortem just dealt with.
Right. Cows don't just eat grass.
They eat grass.
No.
Great.
No.
They don't
and
just
then,
eat grass.
No.
and then-
What do they eat in the winter?
Look, I'm sure they eat something else, hay and whatever, but
They
look,
don't just eat grass.
cows-
You've
cows-
fallen into the propaganda you've been
the
fed.
important thing is that cow can transform grass, which we cannot eat, have no nutritional benefit to.
You're wrong. You're wrong. I know what you're talking
becomes
about. You're talking about calorie
cow.
deficit per pound.
Alpha, are you emailing? I haven't seen a comment from you, so I'm just wondering if you're going to email. Neil deGrasse fed. Yeah, the debater. Potentially.
Most cult members don't realize they're part of a cult.
Thanks for streaming today. I hope it didn't arrive too late. You didn't. Marley's been a member for 28 months. Thank you so much for being an absolute salad. I hope you're well. Welcome to the stream. If you want to know what Alpha said the argument of vegans boils down to animal suffering, though, and animal rights, though. It's pretty simple-minded foundation for a worldview, in my opinion. So I'm just waiting to see if Bertie's emailed me. I will check those out at some point, Bertie. Sorry. They've gone quiet. My emails are working, so... Oh, here we go. They're coming on. Let's see. Hopefully they come on and have a nice conversation. We'll see. Hopefully they come on and have a nice conversation. We'll see.
Okay,
Hello.
wait. Say something.
Hello?
Okay, wait. I need to change the audio.
Okay. I can
Okay,
hear
yeah.
I can hear the stream in the background, by the way. You might want to stop
Yeah,
that.
okay, yeah. I'm from Germany, so I have an accent and stuff, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm from the UK, so I also have an accent. That's okay.
Yeah, my point is that I'm not like a native speaker or anything.
Oh no, that's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, okay. good.
So I just saw your comment kind of
Yeah.
was highlighted to me because it seems like you have a problem with animal rights, or you're not concerned with their experience.
Yeah, exactly. Like my point is that you basically criticize people for having the view that it's like fine to eat animals for
Mhm.
like pleasure, but my
Mhm.
argument is that viewing animals as like food and eating them is a simplistic view, but just being concerned about like the emotions you feel when you see them suffer and stuff like this, it boils down to basically the same thing. It's like hedonistic pleasure, but like a different thing, you know, like a different pleasure.
Do you believe in human rights?
Yes.
So vegans are just saying that animal rights are a logical extension of human rights.
Why?
Because there's no morally significant difference between humans and other animals that would justify a differential in treatment to the point where you're killing them and putting them in a sandwich, unless you can think of one.
Well, I can try to think of one, but I would say that it's not necessary for there to be such a thing because we can just pretend that there is a difference between humans and just accept it. Okay, human, cut off, and that's it, and work it like this. You know, if if the society accepts that it's fine to not kill humans but kill animals, it can work out. You know what I mean?
Oh, so it's down to what society accepts.
No. My point is that even if there is no significant difference, a society can still work just thinking that okay, you can't kill humans but you can kill animals and it will not really like create any like problems.
Yeah, we're not saying whether or not society works if it's inconsistent. We're just talking about there being an inconsistency.
Yeah, okay, but
So
I would say it doesn't matter that there is this inconsistency
but you're right. Why doesn't it matter?
because it still works.
Yeah, but it's not about whether or not it works. We're talking about whether or not it's consistent. Is it consistent?
Okay. Well, I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but I can speak for myself. But would you say that vegans are consistent?
It depends on the vegan, but what do you mean by a vegan being consistent? You mean the veganism being consistent?
Yeah.
Well, it's consistent with human rights.
Yeah, but veganism in itself being logically consistent.
Yes, if you are someone who holds the view that human rights are something that should be granted to humans or something they intrinsically have. Yeah.
Okay, but for example, I've seen, I don't know what's your specific opinion on this, but I've seen other vegans say that it's not fine to use animals to test the medical like drugs and stuff on them. And in the video, there was this one woman, this disabled woman, that didn't want to take drugs that were tested on animals. So she basically accepts lower lifespan or whatever for the purpose of saving some animals, or not even saving, they were already tested on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's her medical choice to do so. But what we're talking about is it's a logical extension of human rights, and I'm trying to find out what the morally significant difference is. So if we can stay on that, is there some sort of difference intrinsic to all the other animals that's so different to humans that it justifies exploiting and killing them?
Okay, I can answer this,
Yeah.
but first I want to say, finish the point before. My point was basically that you don't accept animals to be tested on to extend your lifespan or whatever, but you accept that animals die because your existence needs animals to die, basically. If you like, even if you like, you ride your bike, animals can, like, insects can die. And if you drive your car even more,
Patrick,
you know?
we're going on to loads of different
Okay.
topics, so we'll look at that
Okay,
first.
sure,
But
sure,
it
sure.
could be the case that a given vegan would be willing for someone else to die so that they could live longer. So you'd have to like ask the vegan themselves. But
Yeah, okay, but my point was basically that vegans don't appear to be logically consistent on this specific point.
yeah, so it doesn't matter whether or not in a practical approach a vegan given is logically consistent in their practical applications. It's about veganism, the position itself. You had a problem with veganism. So we're not talking about vegans and how they act. We're talking about veganism as a philosophy. So,
Okay.
so talking about all these things doesn't make very much sense to me. So what I'm just trying to do right now is find out if there's some sort of difference present in the other animals that makes it justified to exploit and kill them.
Ah, okay. You're
Yeah.
basically trying to like word trap me, but that's fine. Okay.
Hang on,
would...
but no, that's not fair to say that. What I'm
Okay.
trying to do is, because I've said it's a logical extension of human rights, and I've said that that's the case, and I've said there's no morally significant difference. I'm trying to see if you can find one. I'm not trying to word trap you, so that's not fair to say.
Then I would say it's not like one specific difference, like combination of stuff.
Okay, yeah, list them out.
Yeah. I would say intelligence, but that's just one thing.
Oh God, no.
And the ability to like influence the environment. For example, I would say if like all the honeybees die, it would be really bad, but because of the influence on the environment. But if one individual honeybee dies, it's perfectly fine if they reproduce new ones.
That's not talking about. I don't know how that engages with the argument.
Okay, yeah, okay. Then okay, skip this.
So intelligence so far we've got.
I would say maybe that I can like engage in a social contract basically with a human, even if it's like not official. Basically, that you and I agree that I will not steal from you, you will not steal from me, I will not randomly punch you and stuff. You can't really make this contract with, I would say, all animals, or at least most.
So this is a really bad route to go down, because there are humans who lack intelligence and they cannot abide by a social contract in a way that we would say a social contract. So are they justified to kill and put in a sandwich morally?
I would say it's not fine, but not because of this specific human. I would say it's not fine because this human has like family members and stuff.
What if they don't have family members who care? In fact, they would just prefer they died.
Well, then I'm not sure. Then maybe it's fine. For example, if like a mother is pregnant with a baby that's like Down syndrome, I would say it's fine if she aborts it,
It's not about aborting them. We're talking about like children or adults who lack intelligence.
Yeah, then it's a different thing. Because when you set like a negative precedent that it's fine to kill a human that's like I don't know, falls like a couple of IQ points, or I don't know, like a couple of language capabilities. So it's like a slippery slope, and that's why it's not okay to kill a human then.
Because it's a slippery slope, but that would be a fallacy that's keeping it in tandem. Like what? Like negative precedent? Does it not set a negative precedent that we're slaughtering billions of animals?
Why?
Because we're like torturing and killing sentient beings who have the capacity to experience.
Yeah, but that's only relevant if you like focus on the sentient being stuff. If you just see it like from your human perspective, it's fine.
So let's just be clear. How do you feel about animal abuse? If I had a dog right in front of me and I just started like kicking them, stabbing them, punching them, you would think that's not a negative precedent for me to do that?
I wouldn't say it's a negative precedent. It would make me feel uncomfortable, but I wouldn't base my worldview on this.
Okay, I think I've got like everything I need from you. Like, if you don't think it would, wait, just to be clear, you don't think it would set a negative precedent?
Yeah.
You don't think it would, or it would set one?
Kicking the dog wouldn't set a negative precedent. Yeah.
In your worldview, it wouldn't set a negative precedent for me to start kicking a dog, stabbing them, and it wouldn't be wrong.
Why would it?
And it wouldn't be wrong.
I wouldn't say it's wrong.
Okay, I think I've got.
I would say it's wrong if like lots of humans around you don't like it.
So if humans were fine with it, they didn't care, it would be morally fine to kick and stab the dog, and it wouldn't set any negative precedent.
Yeah, or if you like did it alone at home, nobody sees, nobody hears it, and stuff like this.
Okay, I think I've got a gauge of your moral worldview. Thank you for coming on, okay?
Okay.
Yikes. I just stopped that because I'm scared this person will come and kill me, to be honest with you. Very morally bankrupt. I've got a clear view. This is the sort of person who argues against veganism. bullet biting day. I don't think I needed to go any further. I think that was fair enough. Like, if they don't... Okay. Anyway.
On this, and you're wrong.
No, it becomes a cow. That grass and that plant, which is useless to us, doesn't give any nutrition to us. That then turns into a beautiful animal with various different organs, which are incredibly good for you and nutritionally dense. And so we're literally going from sun plus grass equals beautiful, loving, nurturing,
you're wrong.
nutritionally fed cow.
Mate, you're making yourself look a bit silly, mate, because you're describing.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone was going to be called a selfish piece of shit, I should have gone with that post-mortem. That's really worrying. Jesus Christ.
The farm that you've been told when you're 3. That doesn't happen.
Look, bro, do you think we should all eat plants and grass? Mate, there's so much more...
Vegans don't eat grass.
There's more nutrition.
I don't eat grass.
There's more nutrition in the
Sorry,
cow.
Stitch.
I don't eat grass. I don't eat grass.
I'm strong. I eat beef.
I'm twice your size, mate. I'm twice your size and I eat grass.
You're also more than twice my age, so you've got more
That's
time to build
nothing to do with it.
What would age?
The fact is, we've gone well away from the actual subject, right? Because we're talking about nutrition.
Das ist nicht gut. Ja, das ist nicht gut.
We're talking about health benefits.
You don't care about any of that, yeah? You care about the ethics and morals first. Is that what you're saying?
Listen, the health and the benefits and our side of it has been scientifically proven. Look up the listen, let me finish a sentence. The Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, which is over 107 studies on the human body and a vegan diet. It's been proven that it's optimal. So the science is there. We don't need to discuss science. But when we look at ethics, I want to know where your ethics lay.
Oh, you're on the left with the placard?
You want to join?
Where do your ethics lay in the exploitation, rape, kidnap and murder of sentient beings for what essentially comes down to your taste pleasure?
I would like to say that I'm not... How am I involved with any of that?
Because you're paying for it. So all of these industries are supply and demand industries. So every time you buy a litre of cow's milk, you're effectively voting for someone to rape a mother cow, kidnap her baby. If it's male, slit his throat. And if it's female, she goes into a holding pen for around 6 months. And then she comes out and she joins the back of the dairy line to be exploited for the milk that was intended for her calf. You're paying for that system. Do you understand? You're paying for that system.
I understand how understand how economics works.
So that's how you're
But
contributing.
As a conscious person who I choose to have animal products, I try and get my products from organic farm sources.
They do the same. They do the same. Organic farms do the same.
They're similar.
They're not. They do the same. They're exactly the same.
But
the only why does a cow produce milk?
Well, because in some way it feeds the animal kingdom, mate.
No.
That's
Mate,
young.
You can't say the cows produce milk because in some way they feed the animal kingdom.
Yeah.
A cow produces milk because she's a mum.
Because they give birth to the calf. And
How
feed
do
the
they get
calf,
pregnant?
And the calves grow.
How do they?
God, this guy's infuriating. Right, I'll be right back, and then we'll continue this, okay? Okay, let's carry on.
They get pregnant.
Mate, I know. Look, I know you're gonna. I know how they get pregnant. You get a baster her up there, and you fucking shoot it up.
So they rape her. They rape her. That's her bodily autonomy, being completely taken away.
Obviously about veganism, etc. But do you understand that it's a very privileged society to be able to talk about these issues?
No.
Because what's happening in this world
You're deflecting. You're deflecting. You're deflecting. You haven't.
This guy has no time to think, although that is probably a good thing. He's trying to find ways to dodge info. If you don't want to know, maybe just leave the conversation. Yeah, I don't know why they just, like, if they don't know, they just, like, stand there and just dodge. I don't get it. Yeah.
Given me your point. You haven't given me your point, but you've not. You're going away from it. I want to know your. I want to know your position on the ethics of
This is a
that.
great example. You're armed with stats and this and that and that. You're ready for this today.
I don't need stats.
Mate,
I just need to know if you're against animal abuse. You don't need stats for that. Are you against the exploitation of animals?
I love eggs.
I'm not asking you.
I love liver.
I'm asking you, are you against the exploitation of animals?
Animal products are incredible. And
What about the industries that exploit them?
I think the industries need to be worked on like every other industry.
Why?
But what other industries are out here, mate? There's so many other issues happening in other industries. In that shop right now, do you know how many chemicals are sold in that Boots shop? Mate, why are you protesting that?
You're the biggest deflector because 80 billion individuals are slaughtered every year to feed people who are naive to the fact that there is someone suffering. They're having a subjective experience of their life.
Okay.
It's an animal. What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, we as humans have higher levels of consciousness and awareness than animals.
Yeah, Boots though is a new one.
Human who's mentally impaired, who has the same cognitive ability as a pig, or a cow, or a chicken. Should we exploit them?
We don't understand the there's a difference between an animal.
What's
yes,
the
they
difference?
have feelings. Yes, they have a spirit, right?
So they have feelings and they have a spirit. So why? How are you justifying exploiting them for your taste?
It's not for my taste, mate. It's for my well-being.
No. Science has proven that. Science has proven that.
No, science
has proven it.
No, science has proven a few things.
Science has proven it. It's ironclad. It's
some
done.
researchers would say vegan is a great diet, a perfect diet. Others would say carnivore, perfect diet, great diet.
Yeah, what data do you have? The data on the carnivore diet. It's fucking like a case study of like how people felt. Oh god.
From research,
look at the sources.
The researchers.
This
Mate,
is why I'm telling you, the
can get-
Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics are the biggest.
Right, 1 in the chat if I carry on, 2 in the chat if I just give up on this one and leave, because this is terrible. 2, I should leave. Postmortem wants me to stay. 2, I should just leave. Okay, I will end the stream then. Okay. Alright, you're telling me to leave? You're telling me to leave? Okay, I will put this link in the chat. Thank you so much. Not end stream. I said leave. Oh, God. No, don't end the stream. Don't leave the... Oh, okay, okay. Leave the video. The end of the debate is good. Should we go here? Gotta spill. Bye, COVID. Now it's a destructive cult. Okay. Okay, we'll watch the ending. Okay. 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 Okay.
Let's say this mother lion that she has her cubs. If one is born like disabled, she will kill that cub because it weakens the pride.
The pack, yeah.
Right. So
pride, yeah.
let's say humans do that. If we have a child with additional needs, would we take that same approach?
Historically, which is obviously that
Not history, bro. You're going on nature.
No, I would say there's
going
some
on nature.
civilizations that did do that. But
Nature in evil. If you want to go down nature, lions rape each other.
There's good and bad.
Are you justifying rape because lions
in
rape?
nature, there's the good and the bad.
But you're justifying your bad with the good of nature. You can't do
I'm
that.
understanding that in life there is good and bad, and just like there's bad in your good and there's good in your bad, and the same with me. That's just a fact of life. I could find right now, if I was to do a study, I could come up with loads of arguments and loads of things about how you're supporting bad things, because there's always something bad in the good, but there's always good in the bad as well, and that's why I
want her to leave just for contrarian reasons. Good and the bad.
I'm at peace, my friend, with what my decisions are.
You're all over the place, mate. You're all over the place.
Hey, Twisted, you would have loved the person I just debated. in the chat. Oh, goodness.
No consistency with your morals or your ethics.
What?
Apparently kicking and stabbing a dog, like, just so we're clear, and I will watch this back, I'll upload it. Just, I had clarity on it, that killing a dog, like, stabbing a dog, kicking a dog, not actually a wrong thing. If people didn't think it's wrong, it's not wrong.
What you do is you cherry pick from each one to fit your narrative.
you come
if
here
you
with-
want to do it, then you'll find a way to try and justify it
professional
with
vegan.
some.
Yeah,
A
you're
professional
you're,
vegan.
You're a professional vegan, right?
I'm vegan, mate. I'm a vegan. There's no
but you're-
professional vegans.
No,
We're just
you
vegans.
are a professional vegan. You are research. You have arguments. You've had many debates before. You've obviously gone on your journey and you've got a lot of information. You are a professional vegan.
I wouldn't call myself a professional vegan.
Let's say
Right, let's go. All right.
This debate right here.
Yeah.
Let's say you're a professional vegan right now. I'm an amateur meat eater. Like I don't have. This is not my career. It's not my purpose. It's not my thing. If you get in the ring and amateur boxer against a professional boxer, mate, the debate is always going to look like you're going to win because you're the professional. You're the one that prepared.
Mate, the reason why it looks like that.
Here. You are the one.
Listen, the reason why it looks like that, mate, is because
I saw what's going on and we just had a chat.
the reason
So
why it looks
it's
like
easy
that.
to make it look like I am wrong and you're right.
It's not because of that, mate.
Your arguments and your information and your studies.
It's not
But
because
I
of that. It's
promise you,
because it's
if I-
basic fundamental rights. It's so easy. It's not complex. Innocent sentient beings being exploited for a sensory pleasure.
Yeah, how does one become a professional vegan? That is a good question, Kane.
It's so simple. I don't have to be a genius. I haven't got to have a PhD to make meat eaters look silly when they're trying to justify nature, religion, taste.
If you were living, let's say you were just out in the wilderness, mate, and you had your
Oh,
family.
mate, don't do it. Don't do it, mate. Don't do it, mate.
There's a deer.
All
There's
right.
a deer over there.
All right.
Your family is starving. All
I'm
you've
trying
got
to do
is-
you a
all you've
favour.
got is
Don't go down this
seeds.
road.
You've got seeds.
All right. You want to keep going? All right.
All you've got is seeds. Yeah. There's a deer there.
I'm trying to do you a favour.
If you kill that deer, your whole family survives.
Right.
For months.
All right, mate. I'm on a desert island with you.
What do you do?
Yeah, wow, we can all just go live vegan and then we're gonna get some sort of like universal credit or something. Imagine that. Being paid by the government to be vegan or something. Yes, please. Please! Pay me to just sit here and eat vegan ham. That's what I want that actually. I can just stop my job and I could just like be paid because I'm vegan.
It's
What
just
do you
me
do?
and you.
Desert island. You're eating seeds. I find a nice bit of meat. I'm living longer, mate.
If I'm on a desert island, just me and you,
Sorry.
just me and you on a desert island, yeah?
Yeah.
I'd kill you and eat you, and I could justify it. And what I can't do is I
could
can't
try
then
it,
walk
mate.
into Tesco's and go, hey, I thought that me and this guy was on a desert island, and I'm gonna kill this guy and eat him. So therefore, I'm gonna continue to contribute towards the rape, murder, and exploitation of innocent animals.
We're on a desert island, mate. Where does that come into play?
I haven't seen Christspiracy yet. Have you seen it? Do you like it, vegan? Of course.
Because you're putting a desert island in the middle of Tesco's, where you have choices. You're putting a weird scenario that's never probably going to happen, and then trying to justify paying for torture and murder because in a certain situation, this might happen. People have eaten people in these situations to survive. We're not there anymore, mate. We've evolved. We've come on a long way.
We have
the
evolved.
science knows it.
We have the
we know
privilege.
ethically and morally.
All of you here are privileged because your ancestors ate meat. It's not because every single one of
Yeah,
your
they also killed each other. Like, why are we gonna just like, oh, so what? Like, we carry on?
ancestors ate meat, ate animal products. You now have the
Oh crap, I thought you'd seen it. No, I haven't seen it, no.
privilege of choice.
Hey, he's got it. You got it. You got it, bro.
Choice.
You have now got the privilege of choice.
It's only been established by the previous people who.
Right.
Yeah, it has the choice. Yeah, he said it.
They did what they did.
But we've evolved.
There's a lot of atrocities, right?
We've
what I'm saying
evolved.
is your choice is being created by your ancestors who ate what they could to survive.
To survive.
And also
he's
they-
got it. I reckon he's just jumping in.
And also,
You're getting there.
They ate what was nutritionally beneficial for them,
At
and
the
therefore
time.
that's what allowed the population to get where we are. So do you understand that even your veganism, inside the veganism, it's enabled by the meat eating? You can't take that away from it.
But our free
And by the killing of humans, by, yeah, like, we are here today because people did terrible things to each other and to other animals. That doesn't suddenly mean we carry on. Yo.
Living in a non-fascist country was enabled by us bombing Germany. We shouldn't bomb Germany now, should we? Because we have our freedom now from bombing Germany.
All right, that's quite a...
It's exactly the same, mate.
Yeah,
it's the exact logic.
Now, based on things that our ancestors did to give us the freedoms we have today.
It's the exact same logic.
Slavery,
we can understand.
That's your logic, mate.
You can understand.
He's just giving you your logic back in a different scenario.
You can understand the inherent value of meat and animals in our history and
If
in
you
our development.
realise the inherent value of war when it needed to happen.
Yeah. We live free from fascism now because we bombed Germany. But
It's the exact same thing.
We're trickling back that.
No. It's mate. It's
you brought up the past, man.
He's held a mirror up to your sentence and just giving you it back.
We need to learn from the past.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to.
Rob, you're getting it, mate. Listen, no one here is judging you, mate. We have all been where you're standing right now, right? We have.
This is not a conversion.
We've all been.
This is not a conversion opportunity.
We've all been where you have been.
I will be a meat eater for the rest of my life.
But we all said that.
I said that. I said that.
We've all said that too, mate.
There's the penny.
Mate, listen, what I'm going to do...
It's great what you guys are doing.
I'll leave you with two things,
standing up
mate.
For good things.
I'll leave you with two things.
Stand up for good things.
I think that the truth is always somewhere in the middle.
Let me leave you with two things.
The truth is always somewhere in the middle is a very wishy-washy... like, you have different sides that come closer to the truth, but that doesn't suddenly mean the truth is always in the middle.
Because we could go on all day, right?
Yeah.
Two things. Amazon Prime, watch Pignorant, all right? Joey is the first person to expose inside of a gas chamber in the UK, where they wouldn't even let vets that came and checked these slaughterhouses out see inside. He's exposed it, all right? Watch Pignorant and you'll see the truth of free-range farms and gas chambers. Secondly, watch Dominion and you'll see the other injustices that happen across all the different animal species, all right? Dominion is on YouTube and Pignorant is on Amazon Prime. Right?
It's been fun. Thank you.
Thank you for a good chat, mate.
Yeah.
Thank you for a good chat.
Hey, it turned around. Put the link in the chat. Well, we didn't end up watching all of that because it was painful, but I would have carried on if I knew it was going to have a nice turnaround. Goodness. English people that come to Amsterdam are, well, not so polite. Excuse me, I've been to Amsterdam. Oh, God. Or even morning or night, afternoon. It is 8:30 here and I haven't had dinner yet. I do need to have dinner. I actually need to eat so much you don't even know. Because I'm trying to get swole. Ah! Oh my God, I have to be up for PT in the morning. Oh no. Oh no, the realization's kicked in. I wanted to lay in. Oh, that's so sad. Not enough purple bar though. Well, that's okay. It's nice to just hang out. I hope you've had a nice time. Yeah, get my vegan ham B12. Get my supplement in. Get the soy in for the gains. You're eating tofu and hummus now. High protein meal for the win. Damn. Sausage sandwich. Had a conversation during the fur protest with an American woman. She was pretty nice. Aw. Vegan gaze is bulky. I am bulking right now. I want to say thank you so much to Marley for being a member for 28 months in a row. Thank you to Ian the Pig. Thank you to thank you to Piggy Bank. Thank you to Kerry for gifting an absolute salad membership. I do appreciate that. And thank you, Ulf J, for the knock. I hope that you've enjoyed this stream. I hope you've had a nice time. I do hope you're well. And until next time, salads, I will see you soon. Goodbye.